Sing it loud, ladies.
Tim
Yeah, mate.
and Joel.
Over here.
We're really doing this.
We are. Hey, the big day's only just begun.
I'm kinda into it.
As far as career highlights, this is the day. This is Kate, Tim and Joel's warm-up. Guys, we're doing it.
Well, look, I'm so glad you're back and everything, but we've got so much to talk about.
I know.
I know, what a day to come
I
back.
know. Unfortunately, it's not about me. Hang on. I've forgotten what to do. I'm trying to put my volume up here.
Oh, really? Because I have a song for you, but I'm not sure if it's appropriate.
Oh, no. Why? What?
What is it?
After what's unfolded today?
Well,
or
I
just
don't know.
generally?
Do I wait till after 4 when the show kicks off officially? Because this is just the warm-up.
There's so much to unpack. First of all, Kate's back, and then there's been assault on international television. I don't know which one to go with
And
first.
then half the world is defending Will Smith, and the other half of the world is defending Chris Rock.
Yeah, and I'm sitting on the fence like I do so well.
Everyone, yay!
She's back!
Doing what she does. We'll have to. I don't want to use the word unpack, but there's no other word for it, really.
I have opinions.
I know, your opinions suck.
Oh, shut up.
What we pay you for, mate.
I like your opinions about it, though. I'm confused by your opinions.
I'll back them up.
Kate, Tim and Joel.
Just selling out stadiums all around the world, all around Australia for next year. It's going to be unreal.
Oh, my God. Good on him. Oh.
How's your first date radio back?
I'm so overwhelmed. I just feel like we had, how many minutes was that?
I don't
6
know.
minutes.
6 minutes of power.
Yeah,
So
that was
much,
a lot to tell
so
you.
much
Joel-
I mean, take the news out of it, like
Yeah.
the world news. Just 6 minutes of show news power. What's been going on?
I know, we've missed you. I really had a lot
And
to tell
have you noticed that Joel and I not once have asked how you are? Classic us.
Funny you should say that. Not one single person since I've moved in here has said, also, how was the COVID?
No.
No, nothing.
Nothing.
No. You look great,
Anyway,
though.
thank you
your
very
hair
much. I
looks
look
nice.
refreshed. I blow dried it myself today. I thought
Yeah.
I better look nice
You come in,
going
you got
in
your
there.
peasant look going. I love your peasant look.
I have flares. I bought new flares, had them
Oh,
taken up, obviously, when I
groovy.
could leave the house.
And your
I thought,
extremely expensive sneakers. Let's not forget those.
oh, did you notice them?
Of course, because I know a man that has those, and I make fun of him for it.
Carl.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Carl wears them all
Yeah,
the time. And I'm like,
I know.
they're so expensive, and they look so like they're meant to look a bit tatty, aren't they?
Yeah, yes, and have I told you this hilarious story about when I bought one of those one of the other brands of trainers? And I think trainers are worth spending money on because I can get away with wearing them to work.
Oh,
so
yeah,
for
they
me,
take you from day to night.
denim and trainers,
I hate
I'm
trainers
fine
at
spending
night.
money on. Anyway, I bought the ones that look all tatty, right? I
yeah,
left them
yeah.
in the laundry. Mum came to stay with me.
Yeah.
And actually said to me, now leave those trainers there. They are disgusting. I'll be washing them up for you tomorrow. And I said,
Washing them up.
I said, no, Mum, I paid for that.
Yeah, it's cool.
They're
So that's why I just like me Vans
Stressed.
and me Cons. I can just chuck them in the wash, and then every 6 months I buy a new pair because it's like only $80.
I don't know about the Vans, and I watch because I've been watching a bit of telly. Don't worry, you'll hear all about it. Even went to the movies.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, when I could, obviously
see
on the
Coda?
weekend. No, I saw the Batman.
Oh, is it good?
It was very good. But
really wanna see it.
getting back to the Vans, I watched Ali Wong, her latest.
Oh, the
Excuse me?
Are you watching stand-up?
Yeah, I love it. I
You
love
miss
her.
it in here so
Kate's
much.
got into stand-up.
She's hilarious.
That's so...
Oh no, that's
Just
why I
not
had
what
the
I
time
expected you to
off.
say.
No,
Brushing
I-
up on me gags, and so I'm watching her, and she's got this amazing Tom Ford frock on, leopard
Yeah.
print, red, stunning matching glasses,
Yeah.
with a pair of our old show Vans, the checkered
Oh,
ones.
the checkered Vans are back.
Oh, they're back, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I don't mind them. I used to have a pair of those.
I think I've got a pair in the office in,
Oh, well-
the drawer.
Kate Black is horrified because I got a pair of Doc Martens.
Oh, I think I saw that on the socials. I've been
Horrified.
stalking you.
Yeah.
Because you
He was
had
so
your
upset.
commando look on Thursday. It's
Yeah.
like, oh my God, he's going to get me.
We were going out. We're having
You
a
were-
night out in the town. Going out to battle.
Yeah,
I know.
absolutely. Did you survive it?
No, I'm not sure,
Kicking a
actually.
few heads in.
Oh, my God. You saw the text messages.
Oh my goodness. We've had quite the week down in Melbourne.
Don't worry, I have been across it.
And it's sweating out of me as we speak.
No. Yeah, you got to admit that 6 minute of power stories. They were good stories.
Oh, good stories.
They're great
Right.
stories. I hope someone's jotting it down. Imagine
I
the
know.
book one day.
It'll happen again.
Imagine.
It'll happen again. We're covering all things Oscars today. It's Kate, Tim and Joel.
Kate, Tim and Joel.
Wanna
Oh, Harry Styles here on Nova. It's Kate, Tim and Joel. Happy Monday, TGIM. All they call is get the TGIM merch pack. That goes without saying. And
Mailbag.
in the running, of course. But all they call is also in the running. I know you're pumped for mailbag. For the first class and 50K.
So good. So good.
Isn't that with one person and 3 friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Eddie had Airways. I don't have a sheet for that.
It's
Oh, I
very
hope it was.
glamorous. It's very glamorous.
Yeah, we're thinking like, where were we thinking? Was Peru the furthest?
Well, we discussed you have to fly, obviously, via Abu Dhabi with
Oh,
Etihad.
yes, yeah.
So you then want to pick somewhere really far from Abu Dhabi.
Dhabi.
Yeah.
And then there was a place in Peru, I thought.
Yeah, I
I
think
might be
so.
making that up.
LA is quite good. That's quite a long flight from Abu Dhabi. I mean, you're kind of flying almost completely around the world. But why not? You're first class.
Why do you want to go far? Oh, so you're on the plane longer.
Yeah, the first
living
class
it
bit
up.
with your 3 mates in cabins. It's going, you're going to use the couch now? You're going to have a bit of a lie down. Like, I'm never lying down. Get that bed out of here. I'm wandering around this cabin.
Yeah, I know, swanning up and down the aisles
Yeah.
like you do.
Yeah, that's right. What are you doing down there?
G'day. What's your name?
I mean, so much to talk about. I don't know when to even start.
I
Why don't
know.
we see? What
What are we doing?
13, 24, 10. Whose side are you on? Are you on the side of Chris Rock? Or-
Okay, because is that what we're talking about? The Chris Rock Will Smith thing.
Oh, would you like to talk about best dressed?
Yeah, let's skip over that.
Well, so much happened, but okay, yeah, let's start with that.
13, 24, 10. Whose side are you on? Chris Rock or the little slapper Will Smith? The puncher.
Yeah. It came very quickly through on the old socials today.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! I didn't know when I saw it live. I did not know where to look. Let's have a listen to it. We're going to play it all day today, anyway. So don't worry.
Great.
This is the full moment.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
Jada gives a big eye
That
roll.
was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard.
Will Smith walks on stage now,
Oh, wow.
punches him in the face.
Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. Thi-
name out your f***ing mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your
Oh my god, so awkward.
mouth.
That was
I'm
the most
going
awkward
to,
part.
okay?
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm cringing again.
That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.
I think it's finally beaten the Ellen selfie.
I know, or the La La Land muck-up.
Oh, it's not Moonlight. This is because a lot of people thought it was set up because obviously they're actors. But here's the after bit because I thought to myself, even Chris Rock and Will Smith aren't this good at actors, even though he just won
Well, he did.
Best Actor.
Yes, it's debatable.
So we are here to give a documentary out, to give an Oscar out for Best Documentary. Now, the beauty of documentaries, because they make you, when you watch one, you feel smart.
He's so.
Like you watched like you read a book or something.
Oh, he's freaking
But all
out.
you really did was get high and watch Netflix. So here we go. Here we go. The documentaries, the nominees are, let's just go to the nominees.
Yeah, that's when I thought, no, that's can't be
No.
a setup. Especially when Will Smith, who's been in showbiz his whole life, swore not once but twice in probably the biggest television audience ever, or at least it used to be.
Yeah.
He knows not to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Just quickly, so they don't have an auto cue at the Oscars.
I think they do.
Oh, do they? Oh, I just didn't know
unless
whether he
Chris-
was on he was speaking on the fly, and that's how you can tell his script or whatever it was he was going with, just his mind was just thinking, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon he was picking bits out of the auto cue and then going, where can I fix this? I'm a comedian. I need to say something funny. This is my
Yeah.
moment. And
I said I was going to fluff
stumbling.
around this. That was just
Yeah.
a guide, and now I can't think of anything.
Because Will was laughing, and then if you watch closely,
Yeah.
Jada then gives him like the eye roll because she's been very open about having alopecia, hence why she's bald, hence the G.I. Jane joke.
Right. I thought the G.I. Jane joke was funny because why would you make G.I. Jane 2? Because G.I. Jane 1 was such a train wreck.
Yeah.
And that's how I think most of the world was supposed to take it.
Yeah.
Maybe there was innuendo.
And maybe that, and that's
Right.
why Chris Rock, actually, you can hear it in there. He says it was a G.I. Jane joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't a joke about Jada.
And
It was
obviously
a-
in-
well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a combination, I suppose.
And by those merits, that means Ricky Gervais should have been murdered by now for all the jokes he's made. Because also, I was saying
I'm
off
not
air.
defending Will. I'm just.
I was saying off air, if Amy Schumer made that joke, would Will Smith be able to defend his family and punch her in the face? Is that okay?
Then Will's acceptance speech.
Oh,
then
well, that's
then he
it.
wins Best Actor, and then he says God had a lot to do with it.
Have a
I'm like,
listen.
I think God's pretty busy.
Also, God, thank you for the Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Richard Williams was a fierce defender of his family. In this time in my life, I am overwhelmed by what God is calling on me to do and be in this world. I want to apologize to the Academy. I want to apologize to all my fellow nominees. This is a beautiful moment, and I'm not crying for winning an award. It's not about winning an award for me. It's about being able to shine light. Art imitates life. I look like the crazy father, just like they said. I look like crazy father, just like they said about Richard Williams. Love will make you do crazy things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, the bottom line for me is really, you shouldn't punch someone.
No.
I think
Violence doesn't
Don't blame love.
really fix anything, but
Yeah. Imagine
sorry.
winning an Oscar and getting cancelled on the same day.
I know,
Like,
but that's what
a
I
weird
mean.
combo.
I was thinking, well, I reckon that we were saying the Academy would have had the conversation, surely, knowing obviously there's two people knowing in the building that he's about to win the Oscar, and he's just done that. Do we take it off him?
And
imagine
do
the
we remove him
panic.
from the room? No, the
Oh, God.
producers, they can't get a break.
Oh, I know. Producers are so stressed at the best of times.
Imagine all of the people running around that building up and down the aisles with their cans
Oh my
on,
God, the
speaking,
stress.
pressing the button.
Oh my God.
All right, whose side are you on? 13, 24, 10. Is it is Will Smith?
Yeah.
Should he be cancelled?
And the poor bloody Williams sisters getting dragged down with all of this as well.
I know. Leave that out of it.
Kate, Tim, and Joel.
Lady Gaga. Just Dance. Oh, there was a great Gaga joke. You ready for the Gaga joke?
What, at the Oscars?
Yeah.
And Lady Gaga and Jared Leto for House of Random Accents.
Did that
And
cut
then-
to her?
Well, no, because she wasn't there. She was at one of those, private viewing. I think she was at the Elton John viewing party. But then all
Lady
class,
Gaga?
Lady Gaga, she wasn't in the audience. But then all class and grace, people giving her a hard time, people on Australian radio perhaps making fun of her for weeks and weeks and weeks. A role she poured her heart and soul into, and then she came onto stage with grace and dignity with Liza Minnelli.
You're right. She should have punched Wanda Sykes.
She really doesn't know how to handle a hard situation.
Because I'm sick of these comics making fun of us big actors who are billionaires who just get to do whatever we want. And then sometimes there's a little small price to pay. Sometimes your feelings get hurt on stage.
Oh, now it makes me very nervous that now Will Smith's opened up
punching
comedians as a thing.
Oh,
Yes, I know. You should be worried.
I know,
The
Comedy
gala.
Festival starts on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I know, the gala.
I know who
imagine.
should be punching you, Ian Thorpe. I've heard your gags.
What about the debate though? That now it's come to not whether the action was bad, but that whether it was a punch or a slap. This is what I keep
no.
saying. He only slapped him. Well, I mean, he still marched up there, and
Still violence.
yeah.
Well, I'm hearing that Chris Rock, and this is what I thought. If you're gonna get that reaction, I reckon something's happened between those
Yeah,
two.
there has to be history.
Chris
That
Rock-
was my first
Yeah.
question.
I'm not sure if this is real, but it's on the internet. Has declined to press charges according to the LAPD.
Oh, well, that now.
Oh, what are you saying? He's not going to kind of continue this on because maybe there's a whole lot of backstory he doesn't want.
Also, Will Smith's a bit
to come
scary.
to light. Well, he was screaming like.
Because also, why don't you just wait? You know, in 45 minutes, you're about to be named Best Actor potentially. There's a chance. Why don't you maybe punch him at the after party?
Yeah.
You big nonce.
Yeah, absolutely. Do it at the after party. Do
Yeah.
everything at the after party. In fact, make that award show a lot quicker. Just make it a list on the internet and then go to the after party.
Well, actually, some of the like the sound awards and stuff. Did you notice how they didn't even have them walking up? They clearly just recorded them like earlier.
Oh, I know. Which I was actually grateful for because I was really torn between having a shower and coming into work and waiting for Best Actress to be announced, and I didn't know what to do. And then Anthony Hopkins was taking so long. I get that he's a million years old.
Yeah.
But he was taking so long reading out the nominees. I'm like, come on, I just need to.
And Anthony Hopkins wanted it to be about peace and love. Well, tell that to your daughter that you haven't spoken to for 60 years.
You do bang on about that, don't you?
Yeah, because I think if you've got one kid, you probably should like have a relationship with them, not just yourself. You big
I love him.
egomaniac.
I love.
Oh no, he's a good actor. He seems like a terrible person.
I do like the new seating situation at the Oscars with like the little tables down the front for the real VVIPs.
Yeah, I like the areas at the front for people who are going to punch someone. They've got easy access to the
I
stage.
know. They'll probably think twice about that in the future. Also, COVID, no touching.
No.
Will's broken the COVID protocols at the whatever Dolby Theatre or whatever it's called.
Right. It is the Dolby. We have to hold our phoner because we're having some phoner gremlins. But keep your opinion to yourself, and we'll ask you to call up soon. With whose side are you on? I think a lot of Australians seem to be on Chris Rock's side, but the American public seems to be very much for the protecting your family angle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, they've all got guns, so, not surprised.
Kate, Tim and Joel on Nova.
Okay, our phones are fixed. Let's do this finally. 13 24 10. Whose side are you on? The little slapper from West Philadelphia?
Yeah.
or comedian Chris Rock? If you're just joining us, if you've lived under a Chris Rock.
Under a rock. Oh, brilliant work.
Thanks,
Amazing.
All that rehearsals during the song
I was
were really
pacing around going...
Yeah, it was good. No, word perfect.
You've been living under a Chris Rock and not realised. Chris Rock got punched out by Will Smith in the face.
Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow.
That doesn't sound like a slap.
No, it sounds
Will
like
Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I mean, violence at any time, not appropriate.
Well, that's what I thought. But I just find it interesting that as the joke was delivered, Will does kind of appear to be chuckling along to start with. I mean, maybe in his head he's going, how am I going to react? How am I going to react?
Yeah.
But then, of course, Jada looks offended and upset. And then before we know it, Will is approaching the stage.
Well, Will Smith, I think he's had a masterstroke winning the Best Actor because he then got to stand up and take the stage and almost justify it.
Thank you. Hope the Academy invites me back. Thank you.
And the room looked like they were on his side because obviously it's a room full of people that constantly get made fun of by comedians.
Of course. And they also all haven't checked Twitter and realised that they're probably not on the right side yet.
Yeah.
All the people going up to him and hugging him.
You made a very interesting point, though, Joel, about poor old the guy that the film's about.
Oh,
Will's-
yeah. I know, yeah, the two greatest, female tennis players of all time, or sports people perhaps of all time, and it's about their dad, not them.
Yeah, and then Will stands up there and basically says, we're all crazy.
Yeah, we're just crazy
we're all crazy,
dads.
just like Serena's dad, Serena and Venus's dad. I'm sure he's sitting at home like, cool, thanks.
Art imitates life. I look like the crazy father, just like they said. I look like crazy father, just like they said about.
But he's not Jada's father.
No, Serena should have gotten up there and punched him out.
And also, we're all guilty of making fun of Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh, I know, I'm very
It's
nervous.
just a bunch of fracking-ackle. It's also
You
done
think
wonders
they'd
for
have
Jaden Smith. Finally, he's not the
the guy that everyone's talking about. I would have thought there would have been thicker skin on that family.
Absolutely.
It's constant. I mean, I know it's very public and a very high stress and emotional night with a nomination on the way. And
Yeah, I wonder if this will affect Willow Smith's ticket sales, tour sales.
I don't know. If only, I was thinking, the only thing I was just thinking is if only James Corden made the joke.
and then it would be so fine. You'd be jumping team.
Oh, my God. Yayo. Someone finally did it. Rachel, whose side are you on?
I am on Rock's side. I cannot believe it. I keep watching the footage going,
Me too.
that seriously didn't happen. Like, that's a joke. It has to be a joke. Because there's so many inappropriate jokes at the Oscars, far worse than that. And no one's got hit for it.
Oh, well, yeah, Amy Schumer made some cracking jokes. And, you can't punch Amy Schumer. You can't punch anyone.
Yeah, Amy did a very good job, I thought.
She
From
was
what I
very
saw.
good. Although she must be a bit annoyed that now that they're not talking about, because they always talk about the host.
Yeah, the opening monologue. Ooh,
Oh my god,
calls were out.
Not one. I mean, I've got all Amy Schumer's jokes here. It doesn't feel right playing any of them because why wouldn't we just talk about this?
What a waste.
Paris.
Oh, hi, Paris.
Hi, I'm another for Chris Rock.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just think, he laughed and then reacted, and it was really just uncalled for and just awkward to watch.
Yeah, the swearing at him was the worst. I thought
That was
So
almost
awkward.
the most aggressive part of it.
I know, it was a bit unhinged. And then in his acceptance speech, he called himself a river and a vessel. And I was like, oh, God, you're one of those people.
I want to be a vessel for love.
And punching. All this love stuff.
It's not very loving, is
Just
it?
what we've just witnessed. Isn't actions?
I know.
Speaking louder than words,
Oh,
Courtney.
very well put.
Thank you very much. No.
Stunning.
You know me, I'm all about actions. Not one for words.
Yeah, oh no. Not much of a talker.
Not much of a chatter.
No, the
A
proof
real-
is in the pudding or
Real
whatever they
doer.
say.
Yeah.
Mm.
You can't call her a pudding.
Oh, no, I'm worried about Will Smith coming at me now.
I know. Courtney, you're on Chris Rock's side too.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I mean, I love Will Smith, but that was a bit much.
Oh,
A bit
my
much.
gosh.
Oh, hang on. Steve.
Oh, hi there. Welcome back, Kate.
Oh, thank you, Steve. Good to be back. I mean, on a day like this, how glorious.
Yes, I know.
Actually something to talk about.
Yes, well, I'm very torn. Very uncalled for, I think. I think it could have been done in a better way from Will. So, yeah, very torn. Sticking up for your wife, yes, but it could have been done better from Will. So, yeah, just very shocked for everyone.
Yeah, executed badly, I think.
Yeah, he should have had a skinful at the after party like any normal actor. And then
Or said something in his acceptance speech because he knew he was going to win. He won every award leading up. He could have been like, and don't make fun of my wife's alopecia. Thank you to the Academy.
Kate, Tim and Joel.
what would you do? Joel's just learning to do radio silly now, as you can see.
These
you on your
new
phone?
headphones. It's these new... I was on my
It's the
phone.
headphones.
But no, it's the headphones. They keep falling out.
He's providing you getting your best dressed list ready.
Do you know how stressed I
We've
got
done that. We've
doing
done
that
that.
best dress list?
I thought you asked on air to do it.
No,
so
I think
was being the
I reckon
right.
you've made that up.
So I thought I was just being a cool guy and going, yeah, you guys can put whatever you want on the show. We'll just move something around.
No,
And
I
then
think you're
panic
going
station.
crazy. I think you're going crazy. You're crazy, man.
You're cray.
You're cray.
I don't think you can say that anymore.
Oh, really? Oh, God.
This is a bunch of frackadackle.
Thanks, Jada. You've caused enough issues.
I wonder where they all are right now.
Well, I would hope that Will and Chris have spoken because I think they're such big stars. They got to sort this out.
Yeah, but would their people be involved? Because you were even looking at photographs of Will Smith in the ad.
Yeah.
The first commercial break. You've got like people running in, whispering in the ear. I'm guessing like doing a bit of damage control. This is how we're going to handle it from here. Would there be a room? Would the two stars be in there with a bit of
where it happened.
a private meeting or something?
Listen to this. I
How
love
do we
this.
proceed? The
tweet from
statements.
Judd Apatow. He could have killed him. That's pure, out of control rage and violence. They've heard a million jokes about them in the last 3 decades. They are not freshmen in the world of Hollywood and comedy. He lost his mind.
Yeah, the tide's really turning against Will.
Yeah, everyone's had a time to kind of reflect.
Well, I mean, they are all at parties right now. They're all at the Vanity Fair party. I just saw some costume changes, and everyone actually often looks better at the after parties, I find, at the Oscars than at the actual Oscars.
And then the photo and vision of Will Smith laughing at the joke initially, and then working out a split second later he didn't find it funny.
No,
I know. It's all so awkward.
When we were watching it, and when he was yelling at him and saying "F," and I was like,
it's not just awkward; it's inappropriate and violent.
These poor multimillionaires, they're all fighting. I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I know.
I just don't like it.
No. You can't just be patient and wait the 45 minutes, like I said before. You're about to be named Best Actor at the Oscars. Like, he didn't know that then, but he knew he had one in whatever 7 chance or something, one in 5 chance.
He'd won every award leading up.
Kate, Tim and Joel.
Happy Monday. It's Kate, Tim and Joel on Nova. I don't want to finish because all I want to do is talk about Chris Rock and Will Smith because Look, there's still updates coming, as we were saying before. The after parties are in full swing. I mean, imagine being at an after party and you're not Will Smith or Chris Rock, and you're just gagging to talk about this with everyone.
Can you believe we were there? Yeah, it's 11:50 p.m. right now in LA, so they are getting wild right now.
Yeah, hit us with an update. Is there an update from the Academy? Or?
There's, I've got a direct line. Will Smith may be asked to hand back his Best Actor gong following his live on-stage assault of Chris Rock because he's breached strict guidelines in the Code of Conduct.
Because you know what I was thinking, if someone punched, and even if it was 2 hours, what about this, right? If Chris Rock and Will Smith weren't on stage, and Chris Rock got punched by Will Smith just in the aisles.
In the audience or in the foyer.
Yeah, they'd both be probably escorted out of the building.
And banned. Maybe like lifetime bans.
Yeah, for sure. Instead, Will just got to take his seat and enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah. What's the code of what is the code that's been broken? Violence or something?
Yeah, violence.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me get back to it.
He should also be
sorry.
He should also be banned for saying this.
I want to be a vessel for love.
Sorry, mate, you can't come back to the Oscars ever again.
Oh, and he called himself a river at one point, and I wasn't sure what that meant.
What does that refer to?
Yeah, I'm
running
a river.
like a river.
I know.
Running like a river, deep like a river.
Are you doing something?
Oh, I'm trying to look. Oh, sorry, I was trying to find.
No, you do that. We'll talk.
The information.
Well, let me go to the phones. 13 24 10. We started the show with this at 3 o'clock. Whose side are you on? What do you feel about this? Because we had a great text here, 04800 31 KTJ from Peter, who says that Will is totally out of touch. We're all trying to teach our children, especially our young men, to solve issues without violence, and he does that. It's very irresponsible. Thank you, Peter. Good text.
So the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, oh my God, they have a code of conduct, which is obviously anti-violence. But the Dolby Theatre, where the Oscars were hosted, also have a code of conduct, which Will has breached. So he could be in trouble from both the theatre itself and the Academy.
Oh my goodness.
Look, I think when you see the video, for the first time I saw it very quickly and could only watch it the one time through.
Yeah.
Firstly, I couldn't work out what Will was screaming at Chris Rock, which turned out to be,
I'll play it for you.
Yes.
Get my name out your mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane jump.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
I'm going to, okay?
That's the guy who is responsible for that.
Oh my God.
This is a bunch of fracking
Absolutely. And it's not fake. Getting back to watching that video the first time, I'm like, is this staged or, where's this leading? Or have I missed some earlier part in the show where this is a follow-up?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
That's the punchline?
Because look at all the different frames you've got of the... It looks like a slap to me because it was open-handed. Not that I'm a big puncher. But I could tell watching, because I was watching it on Ultra HD.
Oh, someone's done well.
Yeah, I know. There was blood in Chris Rock's nose.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And Chris Rock, who would have dealt with many, many, many hecklers over the years, was genuinely rattled.
Oh, yeah.
In his next, because he presented the next 2 awards and he couldn't quite get the words out.
And did I miss this, or did the poor people who won for Best Documentary get their speech cut off because the telecast just cut completely? Or is that just
I don't know
the feed
that.
I was watching?
Oh, I'm not sure. I know the American telecast dumped the Will Smith swearing, but the Australian telecast picked it up, and that's what's gone viral around the world. So go Australia.
Go Channel 7. I believe it's on again tonight. Is it? I think, will you work out what time it's on tonight? Because they broadcast it live at 11 a.m, but normally when they redo it in prime time, most people will give it a miss because they know everything. But I reckon people might be sitting around watching this one.
Well, I wonder, there's probably conversations at Channel 7 right now, if they are replaying it tonight, going, well, what parts do we leave in? Do we leave the whole Will Smith? Do we leave the swearing in? Do we leave the whole slap in?
I'll leave the swearing. Channel 7, leave the swearing in.
Yeah.
Sophia, whose side are you on here?
Well, I'm actually with Will Smith on this one. I know I'm going to shake up some feathers, and I apologise in advance, but
shake away.
I think the internet has made made fun of this man so many times, and he just, he exploded. He couldn't take it anymore, and I believe he had the right to slap him out. To be honest.
Okay, so you have the right to hit someone.
A lot. They do get made fun of a lot.
It's funny though. You go to jail for violence, but you don't go to jail for hurting people's feelings. That's just one of those rules of law around the world.
Yeah.
I know, I'm just trying to provide a little bit of, light and
No, I
shade.
know what you're doing.
We're all trying.
I want everyone to like me. I'm like, Sophia, I get it, girl.
I want to read out Judd Apatow's tweet again. We're coming to you, Brooke and Fiona. He could have killed him because Judd Apatow, for people who don't know, is a very famous director and writer, and he's always wanted to be a stand-up, but he knows he's not a good one.
No,
but
I know
he's a huge fan of stand-ups.
Well, can I just... This interesting... is still read it out, but he's actually gone back and deleted this tweet.
Has he?
Has he?
I don't understand the deleting stuff. I mean, once it's out there, everyone's quickly taking a
Well, Judd Apatow, he could have killed him. That's pure out-of-control rage and violence. They've heard a million jokes about them in the last 3 decades. They are not freshmen in the world of Hollywood and comedy. I love that line. He lost his mind. What do you think, Brooke?
Look, I think that it's probably not a great thing that he's hit him. And good afternoon, Kate, Tim and Joel.
Good afternoon,
but I
Brooke.
do think that he's made a really great stance for the people who suffer alopecia. Like, he's made that, like a, talking point.
I think alopecia's been lost in the violent part of it, unfortunately.
Well, I felt for Jada when she rolled her eyes.
I
like,
know.
oh, really?
But
We're
also,
doing this
Will
gag?
laughed. Will laughed at the joke, and then all of a sudden decided it wasn't funny.
Yeah.
The gag took a moment to land.
Did he not hear the joke? It was like he knew the camera was on him, so it was a bit of a,
Smile
that's
them
what
off.
he said.
Jaden Smith tweeted, his son, and that's how we do it, and then deleted it.
Everyone's putting out tweets and then deleting
I
them.
love it. Madison, what do you reckon?
I'm totally on Chris's side because Will laughed, like you said. He literally laughed at the joke and then realised his wife wasn't happy and was like, shit, now I have to overcorrect myself and go and assault someone.
Yes. Yeah, and I also really believe, maybe there was the alopecia thing could have been a hidden joke, but I think the real joke was as if we're making a G.I. Jane 2.
Yeah.
Because it was so ridiculous.
Oh my God, we're bouncing around callers so much. Is this what AM radio is like?
I know.
I'm kind of loving it, but also terribly nervous.
We're going to the pips of the news soon and then doing postcode bingo. Stick around. Fiona, final call on this. What do you think?
G'day, guys. How you going?
Great.
G'day, Fiona.
I think Chris is, it's a bit of a joke, maybe a bit of out of line, but then Will shouldn't have just gone up and whacked him one. He could have just pulled him aside later and just said, hey, mate, that was a bit distasteful. I know you're trying to make a joke, but,
Yeah.
And that's brought all the attention now onto the wife because maybe a lot of those people didn't know she's got alopecia.
Yeah, that's it.
No.
Well, I didn't.
No. I honestly think if you've seen G.I. Jane, you would know it's a joke about G.I. Jane. As Chris Rock says...
Uh-oh, Richard! Oh, wow! Wow! Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Have a
Shocked
good
me
night.
during all this quiz quickly. I didn't know G.I. Jane was meant to be a bad film. I quite enjoyed it.
In the Caribbean seas with the hot mommy screaming. Every time I come to town, they be spotting me in the drop Bentley, ain't no stopping me. So cash in your dough and flow to this fashion show, pound for pound anywhere you go. Yo, ain't no city in the world like this. And if you ask how I know, I got to plead the fifth.
Miami,
where the heat is on all night on the beach till the break of dawn.
welcome to Miami. Bienvenido a Miami.
Bouncing in the club where the heat is on all night on the beach till the break of dawn. I'm going to Miami.
I want to be a vessel for love.
Kate, Tim and Joel.